Hey everyone, Eric Thompson here. Hope that you're doing well. The video you're about to enjoy was filmed, as Tori and I make note of, on Tuesday, June 12th. Right now, it's 11 p.m., Friday, June 15th. And I should be editing that video, putting the pictures in and all the little Vegas jokes and text and all the top 10 stuff. Unfortunately, I have to leave for, I have to leave on a trip to go out of town. I won't tell you where, it's a surprise. But I gotta go on a trip tomorrow, and so I'm not gonna have time to edit it tonight. And so the video you're about to see is the E.T.'s Film Review Top 10 Movie Dads, okay, but it's unedited. It's raw. So there are no pictures, no text, nothing like that. I hope that you'll forgive me for that. I've just not had time to do it, and unfortunately I can't put that video in front of what I got in front of me right now. Priorities are rough sometimes, okay? So please understand that, but it's still equally enjoyable. Get a pad of paper, okay? If you're a dad, hopefully by now, it's, not too late on Sunday. Your kids and wife, or both, or either or, have brought you a cup of coffee, or a cup of tea, or a croissant, or a English muffin, or a cinnamon roll, okay? Or an omelet, or whatever. Give you some breakfast in bed, and hopefully they brought you your laptop too and sent you over to this video. E.T.'s Film Review Top 10 Movie Dads, with a special guest, my fiancée, Tori. So, hope that you enjoy it. Again, please forgive the lack of editing. I do apologize for that, but I think that you guys will enjoy it quite a bit. And if you like the video, please click like on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment on Facebook or on YouTube so I know that you're watching and I know that you enjoy it. And if we have enough hits on it, then I'll go back and go ahead and put the pictures in and all that stuff. So you guys can affect how things are done around here. And I want your input, please. As I say in the video, please leave comments and let me know what you think, all right? It really is important to me, and Tori and I both enjoy reading what people have to say about it. She, of course, enjoys it when everyone thinks her lists are better. Look, I just can't comment on that right now, okay? I don't want to talk about it. And it's just me sitting here talking to myself about nothing. Okay, everyone, have a great time. Again, I'm sorry for the condition of this video. It's still the same video, just without all the flashy Hollywood stuff. All right? Thanks, guys. Happy Father's Day. Bye. What?
Looking at the thing this time.
The thing. The
Yes.
camera. Very well done. Eric Thompson here, everyone. Hope that you're doing well. Welcome. Mandatory hit of the computer desk keyboard table, of course. Back to E.T.'s Film Review Top 10 series. Today, Sunday, June 17, although today it is Tuesday. June 12th, but we had to film now, so we could, well, I guess we would have it in time for Sunday. So, hopefully this will go live Sunday, in honor of
Father's Day.
Dad's Day, Father's Day for dads and grads, but really just for dads. And so tonight, today, whenever, we're looking at, like in the last video, top movie moms. Tonight, today, top movie dads, okay? Joined once again by, and you know we made progress because she started wearing my clothes. Tori is here. Oh my gosh.
We could fit a couple of me.
Oh. And of course, so I bought this Swedish Chef shirt ages ago, and then she bought me this one for Christmas or Valentine's Day, maybe.
Something.
Doesn't matter. Anyway, so we're wearing them together for no particular reason. The Swedish Chef is not a father, insofar as we know in Muppet lore. But here we are, top 10 movie dads, okay? And so we got, just like in the animated list, we got some real dads, we got some animated dads, we got some dads who are kind of on the scene and off the scene, movies that are focused on the father and not on the father, a variety, a welcome variety like last time. So, let's get right into it. And just so you understand kind of how things will go, Tori has a top 8, okay? I have a top 10, so my bottom 2 will go unchallenged. And then as soon as we get into the top 8, then we'll go back and forth like we did before in our, whatever we did, or the animated film, I guess. Yes. Yeah. Thank you for watching. We're 2.5 minutes in, okay? We're doing real well, so just stick with us, and we'll try to get it done lickety-split. My number 10, Vegas, are we ready? Let's do it. Number 10, Daniel Hillard. Mr. Hillard from, that's right, Mrs. Doubtfire. Now, I know, Robin Williams was in the top 10 movie moms as well. We talked about that before. We're riding the line, okay? Hey, it's all right. This is America. But what Danielle Hiller does, the extent to which he goes to be in the lives of his children, be in his kid's life, okay, is noteworthy. And of course, you have here a wonderful, delightful family film. It's on TBS every time I turn the TV on. That or, whatever else it's called. Anyway, Mrs. Doubtfire, Robin Williams. You've seen this, you showed it to me, didn't you?
Oh, yes. There's someone cut together, I guess it's kind of a thing to do now, that you cut together movie trailers or whatever to make them look like a different type of movie. So someone has done this with Mrs. Doubtfire to make it look like a horror film. But personally, I thought they pulled it off pretty well. It looks pretty scary to me.
Well, they, because it's all the same lines, the dialogue, but they put big, heavy, scary music under it, big minor chords and stuff. It's a good time, okay? That's my number 10. Number 9. This one was not as popular. Not nearly as popular as Mrs. Doubtfire, not by a long shot. Life as a House. Amber, I remember you, of course. She recommended this film to me. We were kind of playing movie tag there for a little while, and I watched this film. Kevin Kline playing George Monroe, okay? Architect who's unwilling to change with the times and begin using computer technology to create the models of homes that are to be built. And he's resistant of that change, and so he's fired. And around the same time discovers that he has cancer. And so in his last kind of hurrah, he builds a house. Life as a House, okay? Downfall to this movie, another performance by whiny Hayden Christensen, okay? Not his fault because he was like 3 or maybe 14. Couldn't tell the difference, okay? But Kevin Kline, remarkable. And again, just like with Danielle Hiller, the extent that these two dads will go to be in their children's lives. We're going to see more of that coming up. Tori, I got to get my guitar out, but talk about your number 8.
Number 8. All right, so I'm really ashamed that I put this on my list. I was having a little trouble coming up with 10 movie dads. Obviously, I only have 8. And my number 8, I just have to say I hate this movie. I don't like it at all. But I put down Liam Neeson's character in Taken. I actually don't know the name of this guy. I saw the movie once and I hated it, and I've never seen it again. And I don't really think his name was that important. But despite the fact that I hate this movie so much and there's lots of torture and unnecessary violence and the way they portray the sex trade and stuff, blah, blah, blah. But we see a dad that is willing to go to great lengths to rescue his daughter. And that's all I'm going to say, but this is also Eric's number 8, so you can take it away.
Brian Mills, Taken, Liam Neeson. I mean, if you were a young person, boy or girl, and you had Qui-Gon Jinn coming after you, I would feel pretty good about that. It would be cool if a Jedi was my dad. Or Oscar Schindler. Thank you very much. The performance is remarkable here. We can agree on this, that Liam Neeson does a bang-up job, okay? Indeed, the film rides the line in some places, and it's like, yeesh, but an incredible tale of a father's dedication. You remember the very exciting trailer and his little, I've acquired a set of skills over at, you know what I'm going to say.
Very dangerous for people like you, something, it says something.
That's right, that's right. And then he gets him. He gets him right in the schnook.
Spoiler.
He gives him a shock in the schnook. That's not a spoiler, really. We didn't say anything too much, I don't think.
You said he gets him.
No, he gets him. He gets them. Who? Who are they? Why is there more than one? I'm going to have Vegas review, and we'll see if we got to put the spoiler alert up, okay? Now, number 7.
All right, my number 7. I had to do it because I put his wife on my top movie moms. So, George Bailey from It's a Wonderful Life, Jimmy Stewart. I think there's something very endearing and wonderful about kind of classic dads from this time period. Just your, manly, typical father figure. And he and his wife are married and they have kids and a happy family. And I love Jimmy Stewart. And you see him being really self-sacrificing and taking care of his family. And even though he's kind of down on his luck there for a while, there's a happy ending. And there you go.
Nice wholesome movie.
Yes, wholesome, wonderful. That's exactly the word.
Absolutely. My number 7, Caractacus Potts. That's right, Caractacus Potts, inventor. Do you remember that from? That's right. That's
It's happening.
It's happening. You remember?
You've been waiting for this moment.
It's nice. Oh, I don't know. Okay. Dick Van Dyke. Enough said. I'll say more. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Now, here we have sort of, what was his name in Mary Poppins, the guy Dick Van Dyke played?
Oh, no.
Bert.
Yes.
It's
Bert.
a wonderful day
How can I
to
forget?
be with you, Bert, okay? But, so here, his character, Caractacus, is sort of like Bert, but with a real life, okay? Not just painting whatever is on the sidewalk in the park, okay? And you remember he sings, how's it go? A gentle breeze on Hushabye Mountain softly blows, oh lullaby bay, fills the sails of boats that are waiting to take your worries away. This lullaby he sings to his kiddos. Then his kids fall in love with this old junker car, and he, being the eccentric that he is, takes the car and turns it into Pretty Chitty Bang Bang. Mel and I have a long history with this film, okay? Just adventure, okay? Excitement, adventure, imagination. He embraces his kids' creativity and their love of all things adventure. Now, you remember the scary part of this movie. Children! Lollipops! Ice cream! You remember. It's scary, but all the more of a witness to Caractacus, who comes in to save his children, etc. Great flick. Pretty fair musical. You know, it just sort of hung there for a while. Anyway, that's all. Okay.
Number 6. We have another, right? Yes, we're on number 6. Another matchup here. We have both put down Tom Hanks as Sam Baldwin in Sleepless in Seattle. So, I was just going to let you talk, but I guess that's not happening.
I can sing a song from the movie. You want to do that?
What song?
In the wee small hours of the morning, while the whole wide world is
So this is no longer a movie review. We've kind of mashed up Eric Thompson's musical videos with the movie reviewing Eric Thompson. So
I just like the
best of
songs.
both worlds.
I just like the songs, and it was a great soundtrack. And of course, as you know, Sleepless in Seattle was modeled much on the quintessential American classic. Starts with an A and it rhymes with Puff Flair to Remember. And a fair to remember.
Yes.
And at the very end of that film, of course, there's the dramatic mini at the top of the Empire State Building. And they reference it in the film. But a lot of those songs that are used in the Sleepless soundtrack were also in the Fair to Remember soundtrack. Anyway, well, what do you want to say about Sam? I mean, here.
Whatever you want to say.
In the wee small hours of the morning, Sam Baldwin, a Chicago engineer, another engineer type, mourns the loss of his wife and wonders what to do. He and his son,
Jonah,
seek a new start in Seattle. And of course, yes, they talk about the rain. But he goes, and of course, Jonah, as you know, because we've all seen the film, even though some are ashamed to admit it, do not be ashamed. Connects with this weirdo lady, like what's her name? The lady who has the emotional radio show on TV at late at night, or Delilah. Delilah of the '80s, okay? Delilah, that's right. And so, Jonah talks to Delilah or whoever, Dr. Martin Freebird or whatever, about his dad and saying, "This is what's been going on. I don't know what's happening." Eventually, Sam gets on the phone and talks through a bit of things. Meg Ryan, you remember who she is, she hears the... That's all I can say. Okay? And maybe they end up in New York at some point. It's hard to say. Very difficult to say. I haven't seen the movie for a couple days. But, you know, very good. But why I like this anyway, myself, was that you had Sam who was in mourning for his wife. Not the first person that we have talked about who has lost his wife one way or the other, okay? But his wife is gone and passed away. And he has to find a way to start anew and to be a dad as he starts over. New women in the house. What's going on? How does he pay attention to his son? And all this craziness that his son is getting him into with these mailing campaigns and talking on talk shows and all of this. It's, I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to give Nora Ephron any more money. I'm going to try not to. But something is captured here that's very special. But especially of how a family moves on, okay? And how a dad can still be a man and find romance, but still be a father. And that, for me, is very endearing. And a story that is not restricted to the screen, but one that many families have experienced, I would say. Okay. Numero 5, Senor Ita.
All right, so my number 5 and number 4 have been mocked by my fiance here. But for number 5, I chose Mufasa from The Lion King. And we had a little debate here about whether Mufasa actually dies for Simba. He's saying no, but he was trying to save...
I'm more shaking my head in the debate, but I'm sorry.
He was trying to save Simba's life, and he got murdered over the course of this event, and so he died trying to save Simba. That's what I'm going to say. He died for Simba. But besides that, just acting as an inspiration for his son as the movie continues, and when he's struggling, he remembers his dad's advice, and you know, the great kings are watching out for you, Simba, and so am I. Classic line, wonderful. So, Mufasa. It is. Makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside because it was a childhood favorite.
He's alive! He's alive! I remember the monkey with the squish banana boom de doom whatever zim 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 zim. My number 5, John Quincy Archibald, portrayed by Denzel Washington in. That's right, John Q. Holy smokes! John's boy collapses on the softball or the t-ball field or the baseball field or whatever it is. Maybe he was playing soccer, I'm not sure. Takes him into the hospital, got some heart trouble, needs transplant. Way bottom of the list. John is not going to hear it. What does he do? That's right. He takes over the ER in the hospital where his son can get the surgery performed, the transplant. And, whoa, he pulls it all out for his boy. And so you have the drama of a man walking into a hospital and holding people at gunpoint to force them to do a heart transplant on his son. And then you have him trying to still be a father to his son, who's laying there in the stretcher and thinking, what is going on? And he's talking to his wife on the phone and what's happening there and all this stuff. Really thrilling. I remember Sue, a former boss, she said that she didn't like it because it was too lifelike for her. She said it's too realistic. Well, I think it's pretty good. A really tremendous performance by Denzel Washington, I felt, but very exciting. And again, what will Dad do to keep his son safe, to give his son life? Well, watch it yourself and see, please. Number 4.
My number 4, the other film that was made fun of, Finding Nemo, my second animated choice on this list. And the whole movie is about a dad, Marlin, and his son, Nemo. They just happen to be fish. But, you know, over the course of the film, the beginning, he's kind of overprotective of his son, doesn't really let him do his thing because of his little gimpy fin. And so when Nemo gets lost, he goes to rescue him. He spends the whole film trying to get Nemo back, and also kind of learns to let Nemo do his own thing. And you're playing music from The Little Mermaid, I think. Sounded like it.
I want to be where the people are.
Who knows? It's another animated movie with people in the water,
this is a
the
different
ocean.
Movie. This is a different movie.
We don't know.
I'm sorry.
King Triton, Marlin. So, yes, that'll do it. You go ahead. Number 4.
Jesus is a friend of mine. Number 4, from The Mission. Now, I'm gonna stand up and walk over yonder here. Just hold on. Just wait. Just hold it up.
No.
Look at this. The mission. All right. 3 reasons to see it. 1, Jeremy Irons. You want to say?
2.
No.
3.
Jeremy Irons.
2, 3, 4, 5. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5.
Thank you, Father.
Sorry.
Jeremy Irons, who happened to be in the movie you just talked about, was the voice of Scar.
Ah, yes.
Who was the voice of Mufasa?
James Earl Jones. Yes.
That was,
Yes.
she almost saved it. Otherwise, we'd have to rework it all, I think. It's not fair. So you got Jeremy Irons. That's 1. 2, Liam Neeson. That's right, before Qui-Gon Jinn. Boom. 3, Bob De Niro. Swashbuckler, okay? Pow! This is it. Jeremy Irons plays Father Gabriel, a priest who is sent to, I don't want to get it mixed up here, a South American tribe. Where are they in South America? Anyway,
No,
Father Gabriel goes up into the mountains, okay? Into the deep places of the earth, I mean the far reaches, to minister to these people. And does he have any children of his own, born of his flesh? No. Is he married? No. Everyone still calls him Father. Now, of course, we're playing semantics here because, of course, as you know, Catholic priests are called Father. In this film, and perhaps in other films that have had priests in them, hopefully portrayed well, you see men of the cloth, okay, priests, clergy of any kind, even pastors in Protestant denominations, and rabbis, and so on and so forth. Even shaman in movies with cultic practices or ancient religions, okay, treated as if they were fathers. And it just happens in the Catholic practice that we call our priests Father, because they are our spiritual dad, okay? They represent God, our Heavenly Father, and they are our spiritual dad on earth. In this film, Father Gabriel goes to the furthest possible extent to be a father to these people who do not know about Jesus Christ. Not only is he a witness to them by his life, but with his life. I'm not going to say any more because I don't want that spoiler to come up. Don't do it. And so we're just going to hang with that one. If you've not seen it, I was just telling Tori about it. I think I got her hooked on it. I think she wants to see it.
I'm going to see it. Yes. I'm going to take it and go.
No, we're going to watch it right after this. We're going to get 2 quarts of ice cream, and I'll get her something too, and then we're going to watch it. Okay? I tease. Number 3. Let's do it. We're in the home stretch.
Number 3. My choice was The Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith and his very own biological son, Jaden Smith, I believe is his name. So Will Smith is playing Chris Gardner, who is broke. He has no job. He takes his son, and he works his way up with an internship, I believe. I think it might be an unpaid internship, if I remember correctly. And so they're sleeping in, like, a homeless shelter, the bathroom of a train station.
Remember that when the guy was coming in, and then he was trying to, and he quit his, and then he was crying.
It's very emotional, but shows he manages to, well, I don't want to spoil the end of it, no spoilers, but, you know, hold down this job, take care of his kid while they're not making any money, and be a dad, and take care of him both emotionally and in terms of their relationship, and also, you know, his physical needs and such. And I'm just doing the short versions. We'll let Eric do that.
Oh no, I don't want to.
Talking
That's fine. There's a lot to say about that film. It's very good, but please, I saw
Number 3.
But I do not say more. But I saw an interview on Oprah in which they had Will Smith and Jaden, and then Chris and his son.
Real life,
the
yes,
4 of them,
inspired by a
and
true story.
It was like, whoa, and I mean, these guys said this was it. Like, they were sleeping in bathrooms and hoping that no one came overnight. Wow, tremendous. Okay, my number 3, not a real person. Professor Henry Walton Jones Sr. That's right, Indiana Jones's dad from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. You probably know a bit about why they selected Sean Connery for this role. They looked at Indiana Jones and they said, well, he's the Han Solo of Earth. You know, he's the superhero with no real powers, but an adventurer type. Who would be Indiana Jones's dad? And either George Lucas or Steven Spielberg said, well, it's got to be like James Bond. And they said, yeah. And so they got James Bond to be Indiana Jones's dad. And I think most folks probably agree that The Last Crusade was the most endearing of all the Indiana Jones films. We'll just leave the Crystal Skull in the fridge nuke thing. We just gotta... Anyway. And I agree with them. I mean, I love it. You love it. We can't get enough. And certainly the play between the two characters not only tells us a lot about what's happening in the moment, like how they're interacting with each other and why, but how it is that Indiana got to be the way that he is because of his history, okay? And we see a bit about their interactions in the past, and that, you know, Henry disciplined him, you know, very much when he was younger and all of this, but now, because of that discipline, Indiana Jones is the foremost adventurer and archaeologist type in the world. That's all I'm going to say about that, okay? Great character, very endearing, often referenced just for the joy that those scenes brought into that film. So I didn't feel like it was fair to talk about movie dads while talking about Indiana Jones Sr., okay? Henry Jones. We're almost there. 4 left.
All right, my number 2, I have to admit before I tell you what it is that I haven't seen this movie. It is To Kill a Mockingbird, Gregory Peck as Atticus Finch. And I've read this book many, many, many times. And for a while, I didn't want to see the movie because I love the book so much, and you know how often movies ruin books. But now I'd be willing to see it. But anyway, Atticus Finch, I'm assuming that he's just as wonderful in the movie as he is in the book. He's a lawyer, and so he's not exactly like a warm, fuzzy, hang out with you, play baseball type of dad. He's very hardworking, but he teaches his children about telling the truth and integrity and, you know, treating people fairly, no matter their race, as it happens to be the case in this. But he's just awesome, upstanding dad. And shout out Dad, that came out weird. Shout out to Hannah Osborne, because I know that she loves Atticus Finch in this movie. Hopefully, and definitely the book.
Hannah, bro.
Yeah.
We miss you. Soon. Number 2. Man. That's his name. That's the character's name, okay? Man from The Road.
Another book.
Let me.
Now it's a movie.
Let me get over yonder here.
Cormac McCarthy. You should probably read it.
Hey, get this guy. Where is it?
It's a really easy read, by the way. If you don't like to read, it's pretty short. Cormac McCarthy, not hard to read. Are you good now? Trying to buy him some time.
I got it. The Road, starring Aragorn, Viggo Mortensen. You remember. He was in the movie with the horse, too. What was it called?
I don't know.
Mel, what was it called? Text me. Okay. Not Spirit of the Silmarillion. Anyway.
No.
No zombies in this one, okay? And it's a real, honest-to-God, end-of-the-world scenario. No vampires, no zombies, just nuclear fallout or something. Viggo Mortensen and his boy are out there on the road trying to survive. This is a gross movie, okay? I mean, you want to take a shower like 10 times just through the course of the film because you feel like something is not right. You've seen how they're living on the road. I mean, it's
not good for your guitar.
It's just wood and steel. It's okay. It's just wood and steel. They're out there on the road, no guitars. Okay, he's got a gun with like 2 bullets, and people are out there. People are out there eating other people. Whoa, intense film. Okay, a real sense of horror, but a deep sense of how man will protect boy at all costs. I mean, I don't want to say a whole lot more about it, but the extent to which, I keep saying that, but this is our theme, okay? The extent to which man goes, and the instructions, you know what I'm saying, that he gives boy. Whoa. How to handle others, how to handle himself, okay? How to still be a man, even though he's just a little guy. He's just a little bro. But he's got to be a grown-up immediately in this messed up, crazy world where people are eating other people, all right? That's all I want to say about that. A tremendous film. It's not going to be for everyone, though. it's the pacing is slow in it. I know we're talking about the dad, not the movie, but it's a slow pace, but so is walking. I mean, okay, that's the whole idea here. It's definitely epic in its scope in that it takes us on this walking, scared, afraid, terrified journey. And then, of course, combined with a series of flashbacks that tell us a bit about how they got to where they are. And again, the presence of an awesome wife, Charlize Theron, a great wife and mother, and then now none. So he's got to figure it out, how to be a dad on his own. Okay? There's no Dr. Spock cookbooks out there in the wilderness, okay, on the road. So anyway, there's my number 2. Number 1.
Okay, my number 1, I love this movie so much, and shout out to my mom because she's the one that introduced me to it, and Mom, sorry that the Mother's Day video that I didn't really say anything about you, but you're the best, and thank you for telling me to watch this movie, which is Life is Beautiful. It's an Italian film. Roberto Benigni, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, is the actor and father in question, and he directed the movie as well. He might have written some of it, or all of it. I don't really know. He did a lot of stuff, but he plays Guido, again, kind of trying to remember how to pronounce these names, but he is a Jewish father in the beginning. He meets his wife, he gets married, they have a kid. It seems like it's going to be happily ever after, and that's just, like the first 15 minutes or so of the film, of course, because then he and his wife and his son get taken off to concentration camps. And so the plot of the film is that he's just with his son, he gets separated from his wife, and so to protect his son, he pretends that the whole concentration camp thing is just a game, and that everyone is making things up. His son, I believe, doesn't speak the same language as the guards, so he's kind of making it up off the top of his head, like, oh, he said we're gonna go dig up some holes, and whoever can dig holes the fastest gets extra food for dinner, that kind of thing. And the overall winner of this game wins a tank. And so throughout the film, the father is protecting his son psychologically from the horrors of the concentration camp by playing this game with him. And he maintains it throughout some really awful situations throughout the entire movie. And I don't want to spoil the end, but it's really good. And there you go. You should see it. And don't watch the dubbed version. Just watch it in Italian with some subtitles, because dubbed movies are awful. Generally, mostly.
Yes, they are. Generally, mostly. I've not seen this, so she's going to watch The Mission with me, and I'll watch Life is Beautiful with her. And Life is Beautiful is on Netflix, and so I don't know how they do the dubbing and subtitles, but get over there, please, and take a peek. My number one dad, Jaguar Paw from Apocalypto. Now, the movie itself, there's a lot to say. I did review it some years ago on the blog. Check it out. Get over there. etsfilmreview.blogspot.com, or is it just etsreview.blog? Whatever. You'll figure it out, okay? Get over there, check it out, see what I had to say about the movie. Theological implications, okay? Ideas and thoughts. But here in the film begins, family life, exciting time. Jaguar Paw has a wife and a son and another baby on the way. And then he and a bunch of folks from his village are taken away to the city to be sacrificed, okay? And he is able to escape. And the whole film, really, from that moment when he gets free, is spent trying to get back to his wife and son. Of course, he is pursued the whole time by hunters and very, 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 very bad guys. Now, here we enter into the insanity that is Mel Gibson. All kinds of craziness in the jungle ensuing. But Jaguar Paw, driven by his desire to protect and save his wife and son or daughter in utero, okay? A tremendous display of dedication. And it's clear that's the driving force, and the way that Gibson directed the film in such a way that reflects, especially between he and his wife, their love for each other, and they're trying to get back together, but his wife is sort of incapacitated, kind of. If you've seen the film, you know what I'm talking about. If not, take a look. Graphic, okay? not on the scale of Passion of the Christ or Braveheart or those kind of Gibson films, but still, I mean, just imagine an intense Mel Gibson movie happening in the jungle, and that's exactly what you're going to get. Okay, so there we go. There are our top 10 movie dads. This one, not as easy to do, I felt, as movie moms. What themes did we see? For me, a couple, and you certainly share if you've seen anything. You know, one, dads trying to keep family together at any cost, whatever the family looks like, whether it's just a father and son, father and daughter, father and wife and kids, or man and wife and kids, whatever it is. And then two, the other big theme for me, and this is reflected in a bunch more movies that have great dads in it, fathers trying to break into their kids' world, okay? We definitely see that in Life as a House and in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, okay? And in The Mission to some degree, with Father Gabriel trying to really reconcile to the people that he, reconcile himself to the people that he's ministering to become one with them. Fathers trying to break into the family system, into the reality of his kids and his wife. Mothers, in film anyway, take sort of that, not a backseat role or a back burner role, but a lot of times you see them sort of step back a little bit and they protect or they encourage in a different way. But fathers, in film, again, I'm not saying this is how it is in real life all the time. How can I say that? But in these films, we see them very aggressive and trying to really get into their kids' world. Time and time again, really tremendous. Do you see anything there in this list, or yours or mine, that stands out to you?
I was gonna say maybe also, at least in a few on yours, a few on mine, you know, teaching the kids how to grow up and be good adults later on, and you know, I think that's pretty general. But you know, you talked about The Road, teaching him how to be a man, and definitely Atticus Finch and Chris Gardner in The Pursuit of Happiness, just by taking that active role as, you know, role models. I think those were pretty strong father figures, and Mufasa, of course, he's a human, not a lion. But
he taught them, and they played, and there was the balance was struck there. Yeah, the circle of. Finally, we did it again. We said under half an hour, but we can't. The
35,
vortex.
16, 17, 18, etc.
21. 22. Okay. Very quickly, I'd like to dedicate this episode to, of course, my dad, to Dan, and to my dad's dad, Don, and to my mom's dad, Gail. And unfortunately, my dad's dad died within, 6 weeks ago or something like that, and my mom's dad died just 2 days ago, which is a great tragedy for our family. But hopefully, in our own silly little way, you know, we can show you some characters indeed, maybe somewhat based on reality, that exemplify what we see every day, I hope, in our actual dads, okay? I know that's why I saw my father, absolutely. Just like I said, my mom did, innumerable things for me, and so did my father. More than I could express or say, and more than I would ever dare to say through this medium. And so thank you, Dad, for your sacrifice for our family and for Mel and myself, but especially for how you taught me to be a man, and especially how you taught me to be a man for my wife, who wife-elect is sitting right here. But it's true. I mean, if people praise my qualities and how I treat you, it's because of how I watched him treat my mom. And so that's that. Okay. So that's all I have to say. Anything you want to say?
I feel like I can't say much about my dad because last time I barely said anything about my mom. I didn't think she was going to watch it, and then she did, and she was very disappointed. So I don't know if my dad is going to watch this either. I shouldn't say that because he probably will. You're going to tag him in it. And so, Dad and Mom, I love you both, and you're both awesome, and I'll just leave it at that. Yes.
You are awesome. Both of you, all of you, thanks to all of our parents, and it's fun to start the new adventure, the new family life together, okay? Possible changes coming for my life and for Tori's life. I'm not talking about December 15th. I'm talking about sooner. I'm talking about like the week that you watch this video. So I'm talking about possible. Okay, I'm going to keep you updated with how things go. Very possible that the next video that we film together, if we do it together again, might be from a different locale. Okay, maybe July 4th. Okay, we'll do patriotic films or something like that. I don't know, whatever. But Halloween is definitely in the mix because of the E.T. thing from anyway last time. Okay, that's all. Holy smokes! You know, maybe I'll in Vegas. I'll cut the movie in half. And I'll just run the first part and the second part simultaneously, and you can just click between like the audio from each part, like in the like the speaker demos at the store, and you can click between the audio between this. Never mind. Okay. Closing remarks.
I don't know. This next time I'm not gonna wear this shirt. I'll wear my
Same
clothes.
clothing. Yes, very good.
Cute for one day, but
I'll wear this shirt again. But that's my way. Okay. Well, everyone, thank you again for watching. We sure appreciate the views and all the fun comments that you leave. What do you like? What dads from the film have made an impact on your life? Or maybe leave a comment below about your own father, okay? Or your mom, or whatever you care, okay? The comment section below is for you. Please share. Otherwise than that, thank you so much again for watching, and we'll see you soon. Take care.
Happy Father's Day.
Bye-bye.